Vicente del Bosque is the man behind Spain's most famous sporting achievement, admired by many for his composure and kindness. The 59-year-old met up with Euronews to talk about Spain's triumph at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Currently preparing for their next international fixture, the world champions were training just outside of Madrid, where Del Bosque is already preparing for Spain's next big tournament, Euro 2012. Mr. Del Bosque, thank you very much for your time. I'm going to start off with a fairly straightforward question. What must a team do to win a World Cup?
Well, first of all, you need a bit of luck. In life, you need a bit of good fortune, no? On top of that, we had done a good preparation with some quality players. In the qualifying stages, we had played well and won 10 games out of 10. We had also just secured the European Championship title, which boosted our confidence. I think we had a great generation of players who introduced a new style of play, especially our midfielders who dictated the play throughout the tournament.
This sounds like Barcelona's style.
It's true that it is similar. Obviously, many of our key players play for Barcelona, although having said this, we also have other players from other clubs and they also bring in their own ways of playing.
In the World Cup, apart from Spain, what other teams impressed you?
Germany had a very good World Cup. The same could be said of Argentina until their defeat against Germany. The Netherlands also did well to reach the final. I would say we saw some very strong teams, just like in every World Cup. The level was generally quite high.
Now, with regards to Euro 2012, are you worried about Germany?
Of course I am. Not only are they very strong physically, they have great technical ability. It was very hard to beat them in the semi-finals, but we played well and I actually think that they were intimidated by us.
In a country divided by regional nationalism, winning the World Cup saw the whole of Spain celebrate. Do you believe that this win has united your country?
For me, it's just all about football. We won a World Cup, that's all. Many people have said that Spain's win has had an impact socially, and if our success in big sporting events can improve the relationship amongst Spaniards, I think this is a great achievement. However, I genuinely don't think that the unity in our country is solely due to our good performance in the 2010 World Cup.
The same can be said of the Spanish flag. Has Spain reconciled itself with its flag?
I think that it's important to keep in mind that the flag doesn't belong to any individual in particular. It belongs to our country, and brandishing it should never be seen as something negative.
A few nationalist groups ask for the Football Federation to be split and, for example, Basque and Catalan federations to be introduced. What's your opinion on that?
We have to respect the Spanish government and accept the fact that there is only one Spanish football federation. You can have a few teams representing regions, but in order to represent Spain, there is only the Spanish national side.
You're currently getting a lot of praise from the Spanish. A street's even been named after you in your hometown of Salamanca. You and your team also won the Prince of Asturias award. You must be kept very busy. I know
who I am. I'm just a football manager. We were lucky to win the World Cup, and it is important to differentiate between football and everyday life. We now have to take on a new challenge. This is what a sportsman life is all about, and if one day I lose my drive or my motivation for the game, I will have to seriously reconsider my position as a manager.
Faced with all this hype following the World Cup, how do you keep your feet on the ground?
The career of a professional footballer is very short, and you tend to realize this when you reach the end of it. It is important to make the most of every instance without dwelling too much on wins and titles. You must always go forward and try to improve. This is what makes a good sportsman.
A few weeks ago, Spain played a friendly game against Argentina in Buenos Aires and ended up losing 4-1. Is this a warning?
I don't think our attitude was at fault during this game. I don't think we were overconfident. Even when we were losing 3-0 at half-time, we didn't give up and we tried to get back in the game. We therefore showed that we could fight back even when dominated. It's just a shame that the final score didn't reflect this. I can't fault my players. I don't think that they approach the game with too much confidence or complacency. I doubt my players think that they are worth more than they actually are.
En el camino equivocado para creernos más de lo que realmente somos.
Are you happy with the way your team's been playing recently?
Our last games have been tough. In October, we have the opportunity to top our group, but we face solid oppositions. First Lithuania and then Scotland. If our situation is less complicated after those two games, we'll just take that as a bonus. But for the moment, we have to prepare for some tough challenges.
Let's talk more about the World Cup. The refereeing was generally heavily criticised during the tournament. What can be done to improve the situation? Do you have any suggestions?
I know many would like modern technology to be introduced to the game, but up until now we haven't been able to take this step. In all honesty, I am very traditional when it comes to football, and so I personally believe that in many situations, a machine could not possibly be better than a human being.
Muchas veces no habría máquina que decidiese determinadas acciones del juego.
So you're against the use of video replays?
I'm not completely against it. I just find it hard to come to terms with it. I acknowledge the fact that society progresses, and to stand against this evolution would be wrong. However, I just think that it is sometimes hard to adapt certain changes to football.
So would you rather have a fifth referee?
I don't really like this idea either.
Soon it will be known who the next FIFA World Player of the Year is. Do you have any favourites?
I would love for a Spanish player to win it. Not only have they shown how gifted they are technically, but they have also proved that they are real team players. And after Spain's recent success in the World Cup, I think this award should go to a Spanish player.
Principalmente miran en el equipo. Y como el equipo ha ganado, pues yo creo que sería bueno que se lo dieran a un jugador español.
One in particular?
No, ninguno.
No, not just one.
All of them?
Unos cuantos.
No, several.
I started this interview by asking you how to win a World Cup. I'll finish by asking you, how do you win a European Championship?
Well, if we win the next one, then I'll be able to answer your question. As for now, we just have to work hard as a team and carry on winning trophies. I feel like the Spanish squad has been more united ever since winning the European Championship in 2008. Let's hope that we can keep this up.
2 años y pico desde que ganamos la Eurocopa hay una buena sensación de ser un equipo.
Vicente del Bosque, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.